We made a couple lineup changes today going into today, and you start McMillan and Ryan. You started Grant at short. Kind of went into that decision today.
Really wanted to get John on the field. I mean, if you could do it, you could start him, but he just started on Sunday, so you couldn't pitch him, and just want him to put Sunday behind him, and really just clear his mind and be a baseball player. And I really wanted to see Grant play short. I think it's something that could be something we stick with. We'll see. He's, he's a guy that when we committed him, we thought he's a shortstop.
Right.
And, if that's what happens, that's what happens.
Just in terms of Grant, what would you like today? I know obviously he did well with the stick, but
Yeah.
just
My mom sent me a text, said, "Adios, muchacho," thank God. If that tells you anything. I mean, I'm really glad Josh and Grant are on our team. I mean, those two guys put together some really good at-bats today and really answered the bell when we needed to answer the bell. Same thing with Zach Ream, same thing with Cameron Warren, Gabe Holt. All those guys really put together some good at-bats. But I think, Josh and Grant really got us back ahead. I mean, there's a little concern today. There's a time limit on the game. There was going to be no inning past 5:45. And really, in the seventh, it didn't look like we were going to get 9 in. Our guys didn't know that. But that was something from a, running the game standpoint. You're going, okay, hey, we kind of need the lead. And so, which you do anyway, but when you're going back to the time deal sometimes, I just don't like it, first of all. I mean, I don't really want to think about it during a baseball game.
What's it been like seeing the way that Reams has really come on over the last month and keeps getting better and better at the plate?
Been a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. That's the guy that when we committed him to come here, we thought we were getting. Sometimes it takes a little longer for some guys, and I mean he did open up the year last year in Starkville, hitting in the 5-hole, and had a lot of big at bats for us. I think more than anything, Zach's just he's having fun. He's playing for his teammates, and the old saying about you can't be a great player without being a great teammate exemplifies Zach Reams. He's a great teammate.
Now, in terms of Ryan, I guess what would you like out of him? Obviously,
Sublette?
Yeah, Sublette. I know
Yeah.
he struggled a little bit, but he still got in there.
Sub's awful hard on himself. He pitched out of some jams there. He had decent fastball command. He had decent breaking ball. Didn't have his best stuff today. But the competitor that he is would probably be your answer.
Did you kind of feel pretty good about the approach y'all took today? I know obviously guys were kind of battling a little bit later in the innings, and that kind of obviously kind of led y'all to get some hits a little bit, just kind of seeing some pitches.
Yeah, we talked about playing 9 innings no matter what happens, and thought the guys did a good job with that. I mean, with the wind blowing like this today, and you knew there's going to be some offense in the ballpark, and I thought the guys did a good job of just keeping having good at-bats, trying to continue to have good at-bats.
To today or Sunday, the last week or two, y'all probably been walking more guys than you wanted to. What obvious statement.
You know what's interesting about that, about the statement you just said? I said in the dugout that I don't care how many we walk.
Yeah.
It's about executing pitches, and it's not getting caught up in, hey, if you walk them or if you give up a hit or you gave up runs. And so we can walk as many as we want as long as we execute pitches.
Right.
Sometimes you're throwing a pitch off the plate, and if you execute the pitch, you execute the pitch. And I think it's I don't know the psychology behind all of it. I'm not going to pretend I know it.
Right.
But I do know there's a lot of pitching coaches don't even like talking about walks. And the more we talk about it, the more I thought you could see it a little bit today. And I told Matt in the 8th, 7th, or 8th, I said, I don't care. I mean, just pitch. I mean, pitch the way we've always pitched. And the biggest thing is you got to have freedom to throw your secondary stuff. You got to have the freedom to, to not really, worry so much about the result and just try to execute, because there's some hitters that'll make you pay even when you do execute. And then guess what? You got to keep pitching. And so today I did think we had an opportunity to pick Josh up. I mean, Josh is obviously, that was one inning where I'd like to probably go back to the mound instead of Matt and go, hey, there's a guy you need to pick up. It's that guy over there right now.
Right.
Instead of making it about, okay, now we got base runners.
Right.
Who cares? Execute a pitch, and
Right.
we'll keep playing defense.
Kind of late in the game, Kurt got a strikeout, and then you had to have the mound visit with him. I guess what'd you learn from that?
Kurt Wilson.
Yeah, Kurt Wilson.
Some guys came up in the dugout, said he wasn't feeling good. Said he wasn't good, and there's really a little bit of miscommunication. Probably shouldn't have ever been on the mound. Pretty good, punched somebody out since he shouldn't have been on the mound. So he was more tender than he normally is, but he's also a gamer. And he's a baseball player. I mean, this team's won a bunch of games with him playing right field. I mean, there was a time in the year where he was one of our better hitters, and he's a baseball player. And usually those guys don't turn the ball down when you say, "Hey, go pitch." And but at the same time, we'd like for him to tell us if he's too tender.
You think Jose bounced back a little bit today after Sunday?
I think it's awesome that Jose wanted to pitch today. We got to the ballpark, really weren't planning on him pitching, and he told Matt, he said, "Hey, I'm ready to go," and that's a big piece of that game today.
Grant, I guess when was the last time you played short, and what was that like, just to kind of be kind of in the middle of it all now?
Well, I guess in like an actual game this summer, I played all summer at short. It's a little different now, playing in front of in Lubbock, but I was felt like a kid again out there. I'm just glad I got the opportunity today.
How much, I guess, warning, or I guess did the coaches kind of let you know, hey, you might be playing short?
Just when I got to the field today, right when I got in, Dad asked me if I thought about playing second. And I asked if there was a chance I could play short instead, and thankfully he let me have that opportunity.
I know obviously it may have been a little bit tough for you, or maybe different for you, but obviously bottom of the sixth, had a guy on. Was that kind of comfortable for you? And then obviously you got the big home run that kind of got you all ahead.
Yeah, I feel like we really needed that was right when they took the lead, and me and Josh come up there. I feel like our job was in the middle of the order, so get stuff going, and I made it a priority. Try to put a good swing on the ball, and I thought the guy actually caught it, and so put a good swing on it, and thankfully didn't catch it.
Do you like having that pressure on yourself to be one of the two people in the middle lineup to get them going whenever you're down by one and get them back on top?
It's part of the game. You want to have it tough. That's what Coach Tad always says. You gotta want it in the grease, and it makes it a lot more fun. I guess that's not a word, but it's something you take upon yourself, and I enjoy it.
Nice was it just for y'all just to kind of get back home and maybe get in a more comfortable position? I know obviously last weekend wasn't what y'all wanted, but I guess just to kind of get that win right before this weekend series.
Yeah, anytime you can beat a team at any level, it's a big win, and just puts us in the right position for this weekend. It's a big series. I feel like we swung the bat really well today, and our bullpen looked better today. So I think we're trending in the right direction going into this weekend.
I guess for yourself, what do you feel you have to work on in terms of, just maybe if shortstop is in the future for you?
I've played it my whole life, so I guess it was really weird today because I felt so close. I don't know, just getting out like the angles you take in the outfield are different than at short. I don't know, just practice these next 2 days there, then we'll see what happens.
Josh, what did it feel like today getting to play with Grant at short for the first time?
It was cool. In the fall when we had inter squads, it was always me and him on the left side. So first thing he said when he came up to me was like, "Back to the left side." I was like, "All right, sweet, let's go." So it was fun.
I guess for you, I know he said he kind of got told maybe right when he got to the field. I guess was it something that was kind of unexpected for him? And I guess how do you kind of feel he played considering it was something that maybe wasn't expected?
I think he made some nice plays. Yeah. He was like, you don't. I forgot. It's like riding a bike is what he said. It's like you don't forget it. And I was like, well, you look fine, look smooth. So it was nice to see him over there.
That bottom of the sixth where you guys gave up 4 in the top. I guess,
yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I guess for you, I guess just to kind of make up for it in that next, I guess what were you thinking during that at bat, and how big was it for y'all? Just to, obviously, as you got the walk, and then Grant got the home run after that.
That was huge. It picked us up. It just sparked something. I mean, last 2 games we hadn't been good past the 5th inning. It seemed like we'd been letting down. So just to get those runs, that was big. Just to get back in the lead, just kind of propelled our team to finish out strong.
From a team confidence standpoint, how big was that inning just in terms of, like you said, you kind of gave up the 4, you were in an adverse position, then you guys found a way to get out of it?
Yeah, we responded well. That ball that Grant hit gets out of the ballpark. It's huge. I thought he caught it. I stopped running. But just those 2 at-bats, I mean, I saw 4 straight pitches, 4 balls, and then Grant to battle and that at-bat and then hit the home run. I mean, that lifted our team, I think.
Kind of like what Grant said, do you embrace that role of getting the team back up whenever it's needed, and like embrace that pressure whenever it comes?
Oh yeah, for sure. When we get in the box, really, what we think, there's really no such thing as pressure. I always say it's nothing you can put in your hands, so it's not really real. It's just something you put on yourself. So just in that situation, just to try to spark the team, try to get something going, just to get the dugout rowdy a little bit. It's just always big for us.